In any physical activity you do, you need to prepare, whether that is by getting the equipment, checking if it's working, buying the correct clothing, getting vital information, and undergoing health checks. You also need to think about goals you want to achieve and create a plan on how you're going to achieve them. Many people's goals in sport is how to decrease their time in a sprint, increase stamina. They go to the gym around 3 times or more a week to increase the size of their muscles, to make sure that they are stronger. They work on different terrains to enable them to use more power. As a sinner coming into Christ, the road is not easy. Even as a Christian trying to get closer to God, it is not easy. You need to be careful in your preparation. There are so many Bibles that have been misinterpreted or interpreted to fit man's wants and desires. These are not of God. You need to be careful in what you are reading. If you have any questions or worries, rather than asking man, fast and pray. The person who will never give you the incorrect answer is God. My goal in my spiritual journey is to make heaven my home. I have made up my mind, but I don't want to burn in hell. So things that I'm going to do to prepare is fast and read my Bible. I'm preparing my life for the time when my Father would come again. 100-meter sprint is the fastest track event in the Olympics. This sport relies on power, speed and reaction time. The biomechanics involved helps to create the movement required. The major muscles used are the biceps and the triceps in the arms and the quadriceps and the hamstrings in the legs. Our body was made perfectly in the eyes of the Lord. When humans were created, God called his creation good. This can be seen in the book of Genesis chapter 1, known as the creation story. If you take time to realize all the small systems, every cell in the body, how they all function to create the movement, you would understand the glory and the wonders of the Lord. Take this time to think. Have you ever left your earphones somewhere and you have come back to see it tangled? How can we go to sleep, do physical activity, and yet none of our veins or arteries are intertwined? Imagine if your veins did. The blood in your body wouldn't be able to transport the blood to your organs. This will cause death. Training the body to build up strength in the muscles to exert power when performing the dash requires a lot of mental strength, lots of preparation, and lots of dedication, and requires time. The sprint only lasts a couple of seconds, but many do not realize the background, all the work that needs to be put into training. Be the best to win that first place. Many people that are sinners look into the church and see the pastors, see the ministers and the evangelists. They see the children of God speaking in tongues, getting into the Spirit, and they feel discouraged. However, they didn't see how they got there. All the spiritual warfares, all the battles they went through, the tests and the trials, they didn't see where God has brought them from, because that is all in the background. That part in the church is sometimes not shown. That is why we as Christians need to testify where God has brought you from, the preparation stage. Where did it all start? What weights did you have to carry? What burdens did you have to drop? Just like the Spirit, just like an athlete, you need to prepare and train so that you can make it to your goal.